Yes, excited to be here again this week. Thank you for being here week in, week out. On D-Light channel, last episode we started your first 100 days at work, and we dwelt extensively on what to do before your resumption date. Now you've decided to take the offer, having evaluated everything, you've done what the offer letter said you should do, and it's the D-Day, the day you are resuming. Okay, so what are the things you need to watch out for? Number one, if the opening hours of your organization is say 8 o'clock, you don't necessarily need to get there before 8. You know why? Even the gate man may not even allow you access into the building, and the people to receive you may most likely need some time to settle into work and get some things done. So it's your day where you can take some liberty. You may not get another day like that. It's like your honeymoon, yeah? The beginning of the honeymoon, okay? So if your resumption is 8 o'clock, recommendation is try and get there before 1 hour after resumption, meaning target to get there before 9, preferably 30 minutes after, so that those to receive you have gotten into the office, they've powered on their system, they kind of settled into the organization, and they can then expect you. Some organizations do a really good job of receiving new employees, but it doesn't matter whether they are very top-notch or they are just there. You get there like 30 minutes after opening hours, you are likely going to find somebody who knows that you are resuming, who is expecting you. Okay? And then when you go in, what happens? You are taking through all the formalities, fill this form, sign this. You are giving certain things, some ID card on that day, some are giving you work tools, phone, handset, laptop, whatever you need, and you are given. And usually, even though technology is again beginning to change this, you are taken around and you are introduced to your colleagues or those who work in the same building as you will be working. Now, after all that drama is done, then work starts. What are the things you need to immediately start watching out for? Number one, identify the people that you will have to work with directly. Meaning, who do you report to? Meaning, who is that person who is hand-holding you, who is teaching you, who is your body that is taking you through your integration process? Some organization immediately they will organize an induction ceremony for you, but most organizations do induction in batches. So it even means that for the first few days, you may not have gone through any induction process. But whatever you find, like I said, identify who you report to, identify who you will be working with. What are you looking out for? You are looking out for the company's culture. You are looking out for attitudes. You are looking out for behaviors. You are looking out for temperaments. And I will break this down for you. Culture. Accountants are beginning to even say that balance sheet should be reduced to 2 things: people and culture. Culture is very important, and many times it is not spoken. Take as an example, in certain organizations, even though I hope that is beginning to get old-fashioned, unless the boss leaves, you cannot leave. It does not matter whether you are done with your work. It does not matter whether you have nothing else to do. If that is the culture, you need to learn it, understand it. Even if you think you are in a position to change it, the last thing you want to do is to go head on into it as a new staff without being sensitive to why does this happen. So the organizational culture in terms of how people are addressed. I used to work in an organization where you cannot call people by their first name. It's Auntie this, Uncle that, Mr. this, Mr. that. And then there are organizations where it's a rule that people are called by their first name. There is no Mr., there is no auntie. From the MD to the lowest person, it is first name. It does not matter where you are coming from or what you think. If that is the culture of the institution, what should you do? You must toe the line. If it's an organization where people call auntie, uncle this, and you see somebody just call first name like that, what are you likely going to attract? Resentment, irritation, anger. You have not even done anything. The first impression you are creating is, how can he be so rude? How can he be so this? It does not matter whether that is what was going on where you are coming from. If that is the culture that is going on right here, where you are is where you must live, and you need to learn the culture. That's number one. Number two, the people around you, particularly those you are going to work closely with, either for the purpose of helping you settle onto your job, or you continue to work with them as weeks rolls into months and months roll into year, you need to again immediately begin to watch out for attitudes and behavior. Some people are very free, very jovial, very warm. Some are not so warm. It doesn't make them bad people. It just means that they are more reserved. They like to be on their own. They give you whatever you need from them, but there is this wall or there is this gap. If you are the warm and boisterous and very high energy person, and you don't initially allow that person to have a space, and all you want to do from day one is to get all familiar and all close, you will tick off a box that you may not be able to untick. So as you settle in, you are watching out for culture, you are watching out for habits, you are watching out for attitudes, you are watching out for temperament. All these are in the space of what you call emotional intelligence. I will deal with that much later down the line, but it is now not just about watching, it's about when you see, then you take a relative position. As an example, as I close, if you find somebody in that role or in that office that every time you take a request to say, please, how do I do this? And that person is always looking like, oh, why are you disturbing me? Oh, I'm busy. And there's another person there who is always warm and willing to help. When you need help, who should you go to? The one that is open and welcoming. It does not mean the other one may not eventually get more supportive, but when you let them do it on their own terms when they are ready, you get more respect, you get more value from that work interaction than if you think, I have been asked to ask you, and if you don't give it to me too, I begin to give you attitude, then everything breaks down. So we are still tracing your first 100 days at work. And we are saying, as you settle in the organization, your first job is to understand your immediate circle, your boss, and your peers, those you are going to work with, and understand the organizational culture, or understand habits, understand attitude, understand temperament, so that they guide you in how you respond to people and in how you engage the new environment in which you have found yourself. Next episode, I will focus more on your relationship with your boss, because that is a very critical relationship that you must learn from day one on how to handle, how to manage, because if you don't manage it well, it can bring every other relationship down for you in your new job. I hope this is making sense to you, and I hope somebody hears this and watches this, and by virtue of doing so, does a better job of making career choices and does a better job of integrating into a new job. Subscribe, share, tell somebody about this, and if there's something you still want me to speak on, yes, that's the email address. Send it in and I'll be glad to respond to you, or even give you a shout out if I need to. Thank you once again for being here. As usual, T-Mark is still my name, and all I'm trying to do is what? Make a little difference. Thank you once again, and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.